So you got the COVID, everything's fine and dandy now, but you can't smell. Well, don't worry, that smell should return in 6 to 8 weeks. And let me tell you why you lost your smell, and it's actually a good thing. The fact that you lost your smell shows that you have a strong immune system and that the outer defenses within your nose overcame the COVID and endured an intense battle and defeated the virus and did not allow it to enter into your lungs. A quick thing on human biology. There are cells that are called epithelial cells. These cells are found as an outer layer on every single organ we have. So like your skin right now. So your skin is covered with epithelial cells. So within the nose, there's an olfactory epithelium, which olfactory is like the scientific doctor term for smell. You look inside the nose here. As we process stimuli that goes through the nose that we're smelling, we hit a spot right here, and this spot is where the olfactory epithelium is. And within that epithelium, there's some cells, the epithelial cells, whose sole purpose is to, one, protect the interior organs, the lungs and the brain, from viruses and things that are coming inside. And also, they have some sensors in there too. Their purpose is to smell. To process the stimuli from the environment and determine what that smell is, so we can then determine how we're going to react. So when the COVID virus enters the nose, we have these little domestic terrorists that are coming in, trying to invade our body, and these faithful troops right here put up a big battle. They fight and they defend and they push back on the intense massing of fires of COVID. And even though they won the battle, they suffered some casualties. And some of their sensors were destroyed. And those sensors was your sense of smell. And it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for us to get some replacement troops and order some new sensors in. So you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks before your smell returns. And that is why it's actually good news that you lost your smell. Because your immune system was strong and did what it should. It fought off the virus. And it prevented it from going into the lungs. And what they're finding as they're looking at all the those that came in with COVID, almost all of the patients that were outpatient had a loss of smell. Those that were required hospitalization and had major pulmonary issues did not lose smell because that COVID virus, busted right through the defenses. There was a weak defense system and went right into the lungs. And usually, like from about age 50 and up, is when the olfactory cells begin to degenerate and there's olfactory dysfunction and they're not as strong in there. And that is another reason why with older age the virus is able to get in quicker and do its job. But there's been studies that show how they can regenerate the epithelium in the nose through steroids. There's some stuff called neurotropic factors, where it's some stuff that kind of influences the growth of cells and things like that. And it makes me wonder, as I'm looking at this, is those that work in the hospital, things like that, are more likely to be exposed to COVID. Maybe they should get an examination to check to see if they have any olfactory dysfunction in there, and maybe a nasal spray or something like that to help them be stronger and combat it against that as well. And I don't know if a way to help defend with the elderly with the COVID is possibly issuing out nasal sprays and things like that help strengthen the olfactory epithelium cells. So that is why you lost your smell. 6 to 8 weeks, they say it should regenerate. It's because it's good news. Be excited. We won the battle. You won the war, but you didn't die. We lost some casualties, but they killed them sensors in there, but it was good. So just wait a few months and your smell should return.